Ludum Dare has recently concluded the submission stage of the event where developers can no longer submit a game to play. However, you are allowed to make updates to the file after doing so. I competed in this 3-day jam, which was really a jam-packed lesson for me and 3D game dev. And in this video, and in a part 2, I will be covering the most underdog submission I made and how I made it function as a game should in the end. Going from super buggy and unresponsive to functional and okay.
Hey there everyone, my name is Clayton Williams from Final Render Animation Studio here in Little Island, Jamaica.
The first thing that I noticed with the theme was that it was similar to the previous theme that was announced. The theme for this year is Your Life is Currency. I thought about it for almost an hour and a half before I could actually come up with an idea of what I would actually do. First thing that I did today was actually to create the characters because of the storyline that I chose. The synopsis goes that you're an engineer that has recently helped to develop the monitoring chips. These are monitoring chips that help you to interpret brainwave activities, so like thoughts or actions that you would normally produce that you could move by understanding your brainwave and interpreting them to robotic parts. Because of this, you are being hunted by other persons for your mind so that they can gather intelligence to start a new war, a revolution against the world. And you manage to escape and are trying to leave. The first cut that I had designed was the droids. This will be the enemy inside of the game. Their purpose is to hunt and track you down and to bring you back safely to the agents so that they can get the information off of your brain. So I started off by designing 2 different designs for them, each with glowing eyes that are glowing icy colors. So I made sure of it when I was doing the color for the eye that they're both icy white looking. Afterwards, I opened F.R.A.S so that I could design my character, my player character. He was supposed to attend some kind of party celebration function for their achievement in creating this new technology. He never got to attend, as you might have suspected, because he was napped. I wanted to show this kind of effect that he was kidnapped and he tried to escape. So I did some weathering to the clothes and even added dirt to it. That is the reason why I decided to use F.R.A.S to create the character, because there's a lot more customization options when it comes to designing your character. You can tweak the colors of the clothes, the material that it would be made of, and even to do weathering. And since this will be a player that the users will be looking at a lot, I made sure to give him those details, because without it, it would feel a little out of place and a little bit like a beginner. After exporting it from out of F.R.A.S, I uploaded it into Mixamo so that way I could do the auto rigging, and it is there that I also selected the animations that I'll be using inside of the game for both the player and the enemy droids. Huh? Huh? I can easily just say that I started off with the terrain and I did some basic shaping and morphing for it. Then afterwards I went to the Unity Asset Store where I downloaded some textures and trees that I would implement into my scene. Later on I implemented the skybox as well and even added some crossfading of the textures on the ground, and voila, you have the final image that you see right there. And that is how I kept it ever since. Then I added some water afterwards, which really let the place pop. There really isn't anything much that I can say about this part, because my computer started to overheat at this point, and all I could do was simply take screenshots of it and send it on Ludum Dare. So if you want to view those blog posts that I make with the pictures of them, you can always view it there. I'll also be showing them in the video, but you know, just because some persons might just want to, you know, your choice. I instantly went to making the camera script for the player, and after 1 hour I created this. The camera allowed for the player to move the mouse up and about and wouldn't have to worry about the camera clipping through the ground or any object that had a collider attached to it, which made this feature an even nicer one to add to my games in the future. And I really enjoyed it so much, and after I created that, I decided it was time to now create the controller for the player so that way I could move him in the direction that our camera was pointing. And that's when I got straight away to it. Of course I had to stop the video again because my computer was starting to freeze up again, and boy was I pushing it. I eventually finished the controller for the player and got straight into the enemy AI script, which by this time the first night was over and I got some sleep. After I woke up, I delved straight into the enemy AI script, which I can safely say I'm not good at. I went to Unity docs and even YouTube scouring for help in this area. I got fed up with how clumsily I searched and attempted myself, which really helped in developing my C# programming skills, as I end up noticing. The results, I had created 2 incompleted non-functional and half-functional AI scripts that didn't help with the game. I kid you not when I said I sat down for 16 hours trying to make the enemy AI script work for the game. I stopped trying to fix it and made my main menu and added sound in a flickering hurry for the last 5 hours, which resulted in this. I'm still working on it, and once I'm finished, I'll be posting part 2 of my devlog. Until then, plan, program, publish, and repeat them ideas.